Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Around the Town with Chuck. My name is Chuck Guglielmo, a weekly interview show where we talk with interesting people around the community. And today my guest is no stranger to Conneaut residents. What's your name?
Bugsy Julio.
Bugsy Tony Julio.
Yeah, that's right.
Tony, we're going to be talking a lot, exclusively all Indians today, now that we're at the All-Star break.
Okay.
The team is 47-40. And if I'm to be honest, I thought we'd be better than 47-40. What about you?
I thought it'd be a lot better, Chuck.
How much better?
I thought we'd be 8 to 10 games ahead in the
division.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I always said, Pat, you never stay the same. I don't care what you do, what field you're in, you either get better or you get worse. People say, well, if I hit 30 home runs, I hit 30. No, that's not the truth. You'll find out in every case you either get less or you get more. Mm-hmm. And same as a high school player. If you've got to work hard, you know, every year, you're not going to stay the same because you had one good year, and that's the trouble with the top of our order. The whole top of our order is down, way down. Mm-hmm. Of course, Skip this is hurt now, but he wasn't doing much till the last couple of games. Lindor, Brantley's got a real light 300 average. He's not driving a lot of runs, not having much power. And Carcion's had a couple of weeks there yet. He's not really been what we expected yet.
Not at home, at least.
Right. At least I know we got another half year to go. You know, that could change. But then a guy I'm really disappointed in, can I go on? Okay.
Hey, this is you.
I'm really disappointed, and nobody's on Ern Gomes. I think
Jan
Ern
Gomes,
Gomes,
okay.
Jan Gomes. He shouldn't be, Perez should be the starting catcher. He'll walk more, he'll bat 270, he won't hit a lot of home runs, and he's just a good defensive catcher.
He can throw out runners too.
Ron Gomes bats, if he's 500 times, if he bats, he'll break the all-time strikeout record. This guy strikes out 2 times every game. Can't anything above the waist, he can't hit. Get a low ball, he can hit good. Anything is, when they get 2 strikes, every pitcher in baseball throws it right up here and he misses it. Watch it, Chuck. He's terrible, and I like it. He's a good guy. I want him to be successful. Yeah. I'm an Indians fan, you know.
Right.
He's terrible. He strikes. I mean, if to strike out that much, you got to be a power hitter. You got to hit 40 home runs. So then you put up with it. Not with him.
When you want him to strike out with a man on base, then he hits into double play.
Yeah, just like last night. Remember, we almost come back. We had the first 2 guys on after it was 5-3. Mm-hmm. Who's up? Or I'm going. So I thought to myself, sacrifice. If you get one, sacrifice him over because you're not going to do it. 3 pitches, he struck out. You know, he couldn't hit the ball on the ground. Couldn't even hit a popper.
And there's not much, I mean, there's not really anybody on the bench you can bring in a pinch hit for him either, is there?
Well,
what do you got? Abraham Almonte?
Yeah, he's better. Gomes.
Yeah.
If he switches batted, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. There's not a lot on the bench, but there's guys there you don't start. You know, there's Geyer when he's on the bench. He played last night. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's wrong with Chisnall. Is he hurt bad? Or?
I heard something about a right calf, but I haven't heard if they're DL number or not. I don't know, but he's having a good year.
Yeah, at least they got 4 or 5 games.
Why didn't he get any consideration for All-Star rather than Brantley?
That's the way it goes. Names, go by names. I'm surprised that Ramirez made it.
As a starter, you mean?
Yeah, really surprised. With all the big names out there.
Yeah.
Manny Machado and all them guys, he deserved it.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Is he the best player on the team?
Yes. I remember when he was in the minor leagues. I got the book to prove it. He was batting 350, 340, 330. Remember the guy we had in the minor leagues? Giannovi, Urshela?
Yes, yes.
That's all they talked about. Manny Ramirez is on the same team, and Akron the same team in Columbus. Never even, even on hierarchy, they never mentioned, Ramirez, mm-hmm. Jose. And I said, why? Because he couldn't speak English? I don't know why. But he was a better player than Urshela, you know.
Are they going to win the division?
Good question, Jeff.
Kansas City scared you?
If their pitching comes through. Their pitching's been a big letdown. Outside of the 2 starters, Tomlin's been bad. Bauer, you never know what you're going to get. One good game, one bad game. You can't have it. The only 2 good you got is Carrasco and Kluber. And Bauer's been bad. I think Tomlin's been terrible. Salazar's in the minors. That was supposed to be our strength. Everyone in baseball, that was clear. That was how we're going to win the division. But without that, I don't think we're going to win the division. I mean, we're not going to be run away with the division because Kansas City and Minnesota are for real. People think because they don't hear about Minnesota, believe me, they're for real. All their rookies played the last 3 years are coming through. And same, look at Kansas City. Seriously, who'd you rather have? Their first baseman or Cosmer?
I've always been an Eric Hosmer fan, yeah.
Now, catcher, no doubt.
Yeah, Salvador Perez.
On third base, we'd be right with them because of Ramirez, but they got
Moustakas got like 25 home runs
they
or
got
more.
Canes better than we got right now
Yep.
because he's experienced.
Yeah.
And actually, their second baseman, Merrifield's coming on strong.
Cleveland killer.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're just good as Cleveland on paper, except for the pitching. We got to get our starters to come through. I think that's the biggest holdup of not what we're not running away with the division.
So you're okay with Kluber. You're
Yeah.
okay with Cookie Carrasco.
Oh, yes.
And Bauer, like you said, you don't know what you're going to get, but I thought he's pitched pretty decent.
Yes, he's been decent.
Yeah.
He's been decent, but I expected more from him. When's he going to have this year? He's been around now 3-4 years. About time he stepped up now, you know.
What about Mike Clevenger?
Clevenger has done a very good job, and I don't get over upset. I mean, happy with these guys till I see them more, till they face the team 3-4 times in our division. He's looked good so far. And I
His only issue I find with him is if he could stay away from the walks. Yeah.
He walks too many.
He doesn't give up very many hits.
No, he don't.
But all it need, you walk two and then somebody gets a home run, there's 3-pointer.
Right. All at once you got 3 runs against you.
Yeah. You mentioned Danny Salazar. He's had a couple of rehab starts. They've both been horrible.
Yeah.
What do you think's wrong? Do you think he's hurt?
Well, they say yes, I'm sure with that. I think Danny Salazar.
Is he not as good as we thought he was?
I think Danny Salazar made the All-Star team. They thought he was an All-Star.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah.
11-3.
Right. And I think he just counts on that. It's all right to have the fastball, but you got to be controlled with it. Because these big leaguers, I don't care how hard they'll hit Chapman if he throws right over the plate, you know, the guy from New York. That's what they're going to hit it. You know, you got to pitch to the corners. You know.
How are you with the bullpen?
Bullpen, it's been good. The only guy that disappoints me is Shaw. I hate to see Shaw come in. And I'll be honest with you, and the guy's been terrific for the last 2 years. When Allen comes in, even Allen,
Scares you a little bit?
I go in the kitchen. I shut the game off, so I can wait, I'll put it on about 10 minutes, see if they won. Then if they won, I watch the replays. That's a diehard I am. Because I don't want to see him walk to, give up. He's always in trouble,
Yeah.
even though he gets out of it.
Yeah.
He reminds me of that, who's that reliever he had a few
I know
years
who you're,
ago?
the Joe Borowski.
Joe Borowski.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. He had 47 saves, had about a 10-point hit average. But, you know, I realize it. When we watch a team all the time, we see them.
We see it.
We
And probably
see it.
every team has
Every team.
issues like that.
Right, every team.
My dad used to always say that.
Yeah.
You notice it more because you're watching them every
He's
day.
exactly right.
Yeah.
New York was on Chapman a couple
Yeah.
years ago. But he's great. Yeah.
One pitcher a couple years ago that I'm going to have to eat a little bit of crow now because I think I was wrong. I did not like Zach McAllister as a starter, but they put him in the bullpen. He seems like he can be a pretty decent
Yeah.
relief pitcher for an inning, maybe
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, I was like you. I never liked him either. But he doesn't do bad. I mean, he's a valuable piece.
Yeah.
You could get something if you traded him too. You know,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to.
You think they're going to make a trade?
Yeah.
For what? A starter or
Well, you know,
a hitter?
There's not going to get a lot of great starters. You're going to have to be a decent pitcher that can go in there to the 4th or 5th. You know, you're not going to get a big name unless you trade a big name. And you're going to have to trade our catcher in the minor leagues. I don't want to do that.
No.
You're going to have to trade our best prospects. We already traded one. And the ones with the Yankees. You want to trade any more? And that's the only way you're going to get a big name. I think you trade for another hitter. You know, I don't know how long Kipnis is going to be out. They might trade for an infielder. You know, that can play.
Kipper is supposed to be out 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that might be only them hamstrings. Once you start playing with them, you pull it again.
He's having a tough season, isn't he?
Yeah, the last couple of games he started hitting. He's been terrible. He's been terrible.
Yeah.
That's to say, the top of the order. Even Lindor, I like Lindor. He's killing us.
Yeah. Offensively.
Yeah. And I don't.
They really don't have a guy that can lead off, do they?
No.
Jose Ramirez probably can play in any position in that lineup.
Yeah, he can do anything. This guy's terrific.
Yeah, he is. Do you want to bat him first, though?
No, I hate this one. Put him up there first. But hell, if they have to, they have to. You know, you have to get somebody to get on base. create a little action because you can't keep going 3 up, 3 down in the first inning.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, like you said, they're 47-40 here at the break. You thought they'd be about 8 games ahead in the division.
Right.
Let me ask you, why do you think they're struggling so much at home? And number 2, not only struggling at home, but it seems to me like if they get down by a run or 2 from about the 6th or 7th inning on at home, they don't show any life of any ability to come back.
I know.
Like last year.
Yeah. You know, Chuck, I don't know if it has anything to do with being at home. It just is happening, you know. And
They were so good at home last year.
Yeah, I know. So, like I say, nothing stays the same.
Yeah. Every year's different, they claim.
Every year's different. I don't think it has anything to do with, if you ask the players, we don't know why, you know. But, yeah, it is disappointing because they get nice crowds. You want to have more nice crowds.
Went over the million mark over the weekend.
That's right. But if you start losing them games with 30,000 people, they're not going to come more. See? But
You have a favorite player, Bugsy, on this year's team?
this year's team? Probably Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez?
I like him. If you can only speak English, I know what he's talking about. You know?
Yeah, he's really come out of...
He has come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he really has. I kind of like... Nobody talks about him, and he's been streaky every year. He'll go good 2 weeks, then he goes bad 3 weeks. But this year, he seems to be staying pretty consistent when he's in the lineup, and that's Lonnie Chisenhall.
Yeah, Chisenhall. He's having a good year. I hope he continues it, you know. And I like to see him in there against lefties more. They're starting to put up a little bit more. Because he's not 350 against left-hand pitchers. You know, the guy that's can't hit the lefties is Kippis. He don't even look like a hitter up there, you know.
Yeah. It
But
seems
you know,
like...
he's got a track record. He has been decent. You know, he's
Yeah.
always hit 20 home runs, batted 280. You know.
And
that's-
Tito goes by those track records.
Yes, he does. And Tito's got a lot of patience. That's why he's successful.
He's got...
He don't pull a guy out because he had two, like Shaw.
Oh, he loves Shaw.
Oh yeah, he wants. That's why he gets guys to perform for him because they get confidence in him. See?
Yeah.
They all say that, you know. But sometimes I think he goes too confident. You know.
What do you think has been what's your biggest disappointment from watching them so far this year?
The starting pitching.
More so than the offense. See, now I lean toward the offense. Surprises me a little bit more disappointed in that.
Yeah. Well, I am disappointed in the offense too, but the starting pitching, I really expected. We throw in 5 starters out there. I thought they'd be terrific. I mean, I don't see anyone. We can never have a losing streak. Not with them 5 guys going out. But you know, 3 of them are already around. Not pitching good. That bothers me.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to, when you go into playoffs, that's all we got far. Look at the pitching. Remember we got the World Series? We never thought we'd be in the World Series. I never did.
No.
I was so happy and proud of them.
Yeah.
But why did we get there? Kluber and these guys pitching. And we didn't even have 2 starters.
Yeah.
You know,
And one of them was Tomlin.
that's right. And Tomlin's the kind of guy, when you don't face him a lot, he's tough.
Yeah.
When he faces a National League, but when you see him a couple of times like a division, they're going to hit him. He's got to be perfect. He can't, see a fastball pitcher, he can throw one right down the middle, you foul it off. But when he throws down the middle, it's gone.
Yeah.
And he knows it. He's got to be perfect. He's got in him. When he's good, you know. And I like Tomlin.
Yeah. Yeah. He makes you like him.
He doesn't have a lot of ability, but he's out there doing a good job. You know?
Yeah.
But I wish we had a left-hander in the starting rotation.
That would be nice,
A good
wouldn't it?
left-hander.
That would be nice.
But I guess we don't.
Speaking of left-handers, what about Andrew Miller?
He's terrific.
Isn't he awesome?
I remember when he's with Baltimore.
Yeah.
And I used to watch, I got the baseball package, when they played the Yankees. He'd come in there and strike out the Yankees, but no one ever said nothing about it.
Yeah.
Here comes Andre Miller, and I was happy. Boy, Miller's going to shut him down.
Yeah.
He didn't care who was up in the ninth, then he struck them all out.
Yeah. Andrew was so Miller. Andrew was so outstanding that a few weeks ago when the Dodgers were in town, when they gave up that home run, he said, "Oh my God, what's the matter with him?"
What's wrong with him? He can't have a bad game now. And he's going to have a bad game.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's just funny how that works.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "This guy gave up a home run. I don't believe it."
I know. And then Carcione, he's been all right. Like he's what, he got 18 homers? He'll probably
18,
end up with 35.
But to me,
it looks like a good year then. But
to me, it's a quiet 18 home run
that's
zone.
right.
Where's the big 3-run homer?
That's right. When we need them.
Yeah.
You know, not they can't do it every game. I realize.
Right,
that.
right.
But we don't very seldom get it. Not like Albert Bell, guys.
I'm a little bit disappointed. When they signed in, and I'm still glad they signed him. Don't get me wrong.
I was one of the guys that
But
had
I thought, oh my goodness, we're going back to World Series.
That's right. That's what I thought too. They're gonna be. I mean, the Indians are a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, they're a
I don't want to get
star-studded
on TV and just knock them. I'm for the Indians,
Right.
but they're not a sure thing. You know, they're not way better than everybody else.
No.
You know.
No. But they're very capable if they get into the playoffs.
That's
you know,
right.
everybody starts 0-0 again.
The team I'm impressed with, I hate to admit it, is the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team that they finally did it the right way. They've got all these rookies they traded for, got rid of their, and now they're all coming on.
Now you say you hate to admit that with Matt Carducci out there listening to you?
Well, I don't like Matt Carducci either.
Big Yankee fan, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Any idea why?
I don't know, when we were little kids, he was always for the Yankees. I don't know why he was that way. Hated Cleveland, everything about Cleveland.
Oh, really?
I don't care if it's the Cavaliers, the Browns, or
Really?
Now he said he's a Browns fan. But you got to understand, Matt's losing a little bit if he's listening.
Oh, Tito Francona. You concerned about his health?
Yeah. I read a couple of books about Tito in the Boston years. He had trouble then. He always had health problems, different things, you know. And yeah, I'm concerned about it. It's happened 2 or 3 times already. I hope they correct it. A lot of pressure, to be honest, too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we sit here and criticize them. Imagine all the fans that do it.
Oh, I know.
Every time he makes a mistake, it's national news.
Yeah, I mean, he's more the face of the franchise than any
That's
player.
exactly right.
I mean,
When he
and around
came-
the country, when they talk about the Indians, they talk about Tito Francona.
That's right. And the way he came, because he liked Antonetti and
Shapiro.
Shapiro.
Yeah.
And I give him credit for that.
Yeah.
He could have won anywhere. He took
He's had a
Cleveland.
winning year every year he's been
That's
here.
right. And
Two
you got
times
confidence in
in
him.
the
You know, I got confidence in Tito. I call him Tito because of his dad.
Yeah, I do too. I
remember
call him that too.
Dad was a good hitter.
I mean, as good as he is, sometimes I still find myself questioning, what are you doing this
Oh, yeah,
for?
we
What are
all
you
do.
doing that for?
We all do. We know more than him, you know. That's why we're over here and he's over there.
When he's not manager anymore, Sandy Alomar, what do you think about him becoming manager?
I'd like to see him get a chance, but something's wrong. He never gets the opportunity.
Yeah.
Even bench coach. They bring another bench coach in.
Yeah.
Maybe Sandy's too nice a guy. I don't know. But so is Tito. You know. But they got him there with the team. If something happens, give him the job. He's young enough. You know.
You talked about Francisco Lindor. His power seems to be up a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody's power is up a little bit today. But his batting average like around 250 at best.
Yeah.
Does he seem like when there's men on base, he gets impatient?
Yeah, swinging a bad pitch.
Or
You can
swinging
see
the
that.
first pitch,
Yeah,
too?
swinging way outside. You know. Because he can, I expect him to come back and be a good second half. I really do. And same as Brantley. And if they don't, I'll be very disappointed. You know, Brantley's going to get the clutch hits in that Detroit series. Remember a few times?
Yeah, he did. He got-
It was nothing game.
Yeah.
That's what he used to do, you know. And I think they'll be all right. I worry about, I keep picking up, I worry about Gomes. I mean, if you're going to pitch Gomes because they claim he's so good defense, then bat him ninth. And we don't care if you ever make they get some more hitters. We don't care if you get another hit.
Right.
You're just here to catch.
Right.
You know. A lot of people, because he hit them 21 home runs, they think that, oh, he hit 21 home runs. They must have not known what he could hit, what he couldn't hit, didn't they?
Carlos Santana
Carlos Santana, I always pick up for Carlos.
plays every day.
That's right. Never complains.
Never complains.
You never see him getting in trouble like some of these guys. Domestic things, speeding, drinking. He walks 100 times every year. He drives at 85 to 90 runs every year.
Plays a pretty good
Plays
defensive
very
first
good
base.
defense, hits about 20 to 30 home runs. What do you want from a guy? You know, I remember with Jim Leyland when he was said about Johnny Peralta. Remember we used to get on Johnny Peralta?
Oh, yeah.
And Jim Leyland, he had it. Remember in Detroit?
Yep.
He says, he makes all the plays.
That's what we asked him to make, the
That's right.
routine
That's right. He
plays.
doesn't make an error. He should give me a shortstop and tries to hit 85 runs every year like he does. I'll take him any day. He got Cleveland. We blamed him for everything. When we lose, it was Peralta's fault. Remember?
We always find somebody.
Yeah, to pick on. He was
Yeah.
the guy to pick on Johnny Peralta.
Yeah, this year it seems to be Kipnis I find myself picking
Yeah,
on.
me too. I'm picking on Kipnis too. And
It's either a strikeout or a pop-up when you
how
need
about
him.
Nyquist? Think they'll bring him back?
Yeah, well, with the emergence of Bradley Zimmer, I think that's going to answer our question. What's your thoughts on Bradley Zimmer? I like what I see
I like what I
defensively.
see him, but defensively, and I think he's going to be a lot better hitter. Can't expect a lot from him right now. You don't expect nothing in home runs, but yeah, he's good. I'd love to see. That's why I like to see Brantley start hitting and Chisholm get up. Then you got two good hitters around him.
Yeah.
Gee, you would carry guys like that, and they, same as Gomes. I remember we had Jim Higgin, like when I was a kid. You probably don't remember. He had a good team.
Jim Hegan, the catcher.
Yeah. You know, he didn't hit a lot, but we had all that power around him. He made the All-Star team every year because he was a great defensive catcher. See? But to carry these guys, you got to hit around them, you know.
Michael Brantley, what about him leading off?
He wouldn't be bad. He's got a good eye. I mean, you're going to take away some RBIs and stuff, you know. Of course, you know, I always said you're a leadoff hitter one time.
Yeah, that's
all.
basically
Next time
it.
you come up, there'll be 2 men on or something.
Yeah, that's basically it.
But if Bradley could, I was looking around, I was thinking about that before I come on, and you asked me that question. I don't really who to put on there. Unless you put Lindor up there,
Do you like Ramirez batting behind Encarnacion, or would you like him to bat ahead of him?
I like him batting third. But he's doing a good job, so I can't complain. They must, you know. I think Lindor would be your leadoff hitter. That's what I would do.
Lindor, the leadoff
Yeah.
hitter.
Hope he improves. You know.
I know they've tried him there a few times.
Yeah.
Now I see they're putting Zimmer there for a few
Yeah, I
years.
see that. Zimmer.
See how
I
he
think
does.
he's too inexperienced to go up there. Expect,
Yeah.
you know.
Putting a rookie in that leadoff
that's
spot
fine.
might add a lot of pressure
For
to
sure,
him.
he's trying to get on base. He's going to have to take more pitches. And a guy like him, I don't want him to take pitches. If he gets a good pitch, hit it. Because he, you know, that's what I say with everybody. If you get that good pitch, hit it. You only get one when you're up there.
How about the Houston Astros,
They're pretty good.
Bugs? What do you think? 30 games over 500.
They're pretty good. I remember they were 2 or 3 years ago. They lost 100 games. Remember?
Yep.
And they build up nice. That's the only team Cleveland can beat regular.
Yeah. They beat them 5 out of
I
6.
know it. But no, I think they're for real. I think what they lack is starting pitching. They don't have a
After
lot of
that,
depth.
Keuchel.
Yeah, after Keuchel. And you got to play out. That's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know. And that's where Cleveland could be outstanding if these guys come through. You know, Bauer. Why is it we can't get out of the first inning? It seems the first inning we always have 2 men on, bases loaded. Yeah. I don't know.
How about the Boston Red Sox? They're starting to come around now. They're hitting. They're back in first place
I think they're the best team in the East.
in the East. How about in the entire American League?
I don't know. I think Houston right now. You know.
Based on record, or you just think they're a better ball
I think
club?
they're a better ball club. But Boston could win it all. It's like we could, you know. But Boston got a lot of good talent out there.
Well, I thought Boston was going to win it all last year,
So
and the
did I.
Indians take 3 straight. from
That's
them.
right. That's what you don't know.
Right, you don't know.
That's what the great thing about it is.
That's the beauty of that sport.
That's right. We don't
In the
know.
NBA, you know there's going to be only
Yeah.
2 teams that have a
In
chance
the
to
finals,
win.
you know who's going to last. 2 or 3 teams, you know, you can almost pick it out.
Right.
You know.
Chicago Cubs, Bugsy, what's going on over there?
Well, remember stay Chuck?
I'm loving it, but
Me
what's
too.
going on over there?
Well, remember I told you, never stay the same?
Yep.
Remember, I thought all these guys, just Russell, Baez, are all going to get better. They're batting like we're get this 230, 220.
Yeah.
Maybe they just said we don't have to work. We just get the same. I'm going to hit 250. I'm going to hit. It don't work that way. And their pitching is horrible, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Horrible. I think that Arrieta was overrated in the 1 year. What's his name?
Yeah, Jake Arrieta, yeah.
And who's the lefty who's pitched for Boston? Lester.
Lester.
He's up and down. He's not the
Gave
Lester
up 10
guy.
runs yesterday in the first inning.
Yeah. And that's their trouble. But they got to go out and get a pitcher right now. And they probably will. Maybe get Gray from
Oakland.
somebody.
He's
Then we'll get
pitching against
Bauer.
the Indians this week.
We might give him Bauer.
Bauer?
Give us somebody. Give us a second baseman.
How about the LA Dodgers?
going
They're like Houston.
I know, they're doing real good.
That guy, that home run slugger out there, what's his name? Bellinger or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
the rookie, the guy killed us, remember?
Yeah. He the one that hit the home run off Andrew Miller. I said, what's going on? I never heard of that guy.
I know. Now he's got 25, 26.
Yeah.
No, Dodgers are tough. I watch them. I got the baseball practice, Charlie. I mean, Chuck. When the Indians get behind or something, I turn on New York and Boston or something just to watch them. I can get a pretty good idea about all these players, you know.
So do you watch all the Indians games, Bugs?
Yeah, almost every one.
Say that a little bit louder so my wife can hear you.
Yeah, I watch them all. And I realized that my wife misses out a lot. I got to be home at 7 o'clock. So where's you got to be? We're eating dinner. Hey,
I'm not that bad.
You stay and eat dinner. I'm going home. No, I watch them.
Oh, no, we plan, my wife always says, the baseball season plans everything for us, what we're gonna do as a family.
What I do too is I'm at the McDonald's and I have a coffee with the guys, Matt and Chris. And I'll stay at 7 o'clock. I said, man, I take out these phones and all. That's what's the score, a 2-1 Cleveland. About third inning, that's how we're on. And you know, you're a diehard like I am. I love it.
Yeah, she'll like to go to Saturday mass, 4:30. I said, well, the Indians are on at 4 o'clock, we're gonna have to go Sunday morning.
I tried to have change the games called the American League, but yeah, I gotta go to church 4:30.
Oh, so what else can we talk about with the Indians? So do you think in the second half of the season, what is one thing you're gonna be looking at in the second half of the season for improvement?
I'm gonna looking for
What's your big key in that second half?
the top of the order.
The top of the order, you mentioned that a couple
Now I don't know if
times.
they can do it without Kipnis now. I mean, I think it should be longer than 4 or 5 weeks. These hamstrings, they don't just go away.
Yeah, they drag on.
They might have to make a trade for someone.
Well, this Eric Gonzalez now, what kind of potential does he have? He made a good defensive play last night.
Eric Gonzalez is one of their top prospects. You know, that's why if you get this thing, I get him every year. Look up there, you'll see everything he's done.
Wow.
When we're done, you can look at that, Eric Gonzalez.
Would you, Bugsy, if he's going to, let's say Kipnis is out 4 weeks, let's just say he is, would you move Ramirez over there and bring that Urshela to play third?
I think that would get more offense. And it wouldn't hurt the defense at all. Well, Ramirez is good at every place. Matter of fact, he's better there. Even though he's a gold lover, he's better at second. And you know, what's his name, Urshela, what's his name, I can't pronounce it.
Giovanni Urshela.
Yeah, Giovanni. He feels real good. I think they might do that.
That Urshela, he's a great defensive
Yeah.
player. I don't know if he can hit much, that's the only
I
thing.
think he will hit. You know, I think he will hit. You know.
That guy they started the year with at third base, that Diaz, they told me he was going to be power hitter. He hit more ground balls than anybody I've ever seen.
There's another thing. They might bring him up because he's hitting good again. He's a good hitter. I like, he didn't strike out a bunch. It was like
That's what my son kept saying. He's a good hitter, but I didn't see it.
I know, he didn't show that much when he was up there. But he hit the ball hard a lot of times.
He's a very young guy, isn't he?
Yeah. They're pretty set there, but they're pitching. You know, no
You
matter
still
what
say
that
it's
top
the
of the order
pitching.
does, if that pitching don't come through, we're not gonna win. I don't see how they can do it without the pitching.
So you're looking for them to make a trade,
Looking for making
and
trade.
you're looking for them to make a trade for a pitcher, not a batter.
Right, I look for a pitcher. Now, you're not gonna get a 20-game winner. You're not gonna be able to trade someone good, you know, unless, like that guy from Chicago, Quintana.
Yeah,
Well, he's not having a good year this year. But you're gonna give up something good to get him.
yeah.
See? And I don't think they'll trade in their division anyways.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Is Detroit going to start selling?
I think so. I think even, you know, as good as Kansas City is, if they start getting out of it, they'll sell. But I don't think, well, the guy's gonna go anyways, free agents. They're gonna lose Kane, they're gonna lose Moose.
Yeah.
And they're gonna lose Hosmer. They can't sign them, like Cleveland. They can't sign them guys. Maybe one.
What about Justin Verlander of the Tigers now? He makes a lot of money, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's hard to.
It's going to be tough if you even want to try to make an attempt to get him.
Some team have to have a lot of money. Cubs.
You know,
Cubs always have a lot of money.
Yankees could go after him.
Yankees
They could use a pitcher.
They could, yeah. That'd be the two teams. You hit it right in the nose there.
Oh.
Well, as soon as you say that, Cleveland will sign him.
I didn't see him signing Encarnacion either, but they
I didn't
surprised
either,
me.
that's right.
Now that they got 1 million fans over here at the first half, maybe they will.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm so glad they haven't been drawing good.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good to see them on TV. But
Well, it
even
just
the-
looks
even
so
the-
nice to see a full
Yeah,
stadium
even when they only got 20, it looks good. You know, during the week,
Yeah,
20,
yeah.
20, and only 35. That's
instead
pretty
of
good.
that 8,000-9,000 that
That's
they were
right.
getting.
Yeah, I remember going to the old stadium. I used to go about 30 times a year. I could sit anywhere I wanted.
Yeah, so you had a 7:30 game, you went at 7:29 and sat in the first
Yeah,
row. Right?
I know. I sat there, and them days, I don't know what is. Why did I enjoy it more them days, Chuck? You know why? We didn't see it on TV every night.
Exactly. I was
didn't
just
see 'em every
mentioning
night.
that the
when
other
I went to
day.
the games, first time you ever see them, like, oh boy, look at the field and everything.
Yeah,
Now you see them every day. You see the same players.
I was just mentioning that the other day. I
Yeah.
said, we were lucky to get 30, 40 games on the TV
That's
back
right.
then.
Oh yeah, you're like you get one a week or something.
Yeah, I had my ear next to the radio
Yeah,
with
that's
all the
right.
static trying to
That's
hear
right.
the games.
I know it. Yeah, about 9 o'clock it started getting bad at night, remember? Static. But,
Now, Bugsy, you played slow pitch softball.
yeah.
You had some arguments with Pete Guglielmo, right?
Oh, yeah.
What about the umpiring today with all these reviews? Is that driving you crazy?
Yeah.
Do you like the review or you don't like the review?
I like to review when if it helps us. If it helps Cleveland.
Yeah.
If I think, gee, this might be close, we
Yeah.
got the call, don't do it, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's good. Get it right, you know. But with Pete Guglielmo was right the first time. We didn't have to have no replay. But Pete was, I got along good.
Well, he was more of an entertaining umpire than an actual umpire.
But
Would you
yeah,
not agree?
Right. He helped make slow pitch successful in Connie. And because I played all the years that he was there, you know.
Yeah.
And I always got a kick out of Pete. I never got mad at him, you know, if he called me a ball or a strike.
Yeah. I never, our mutual friend there, Steve Grant, used to say,
Oh, jeez.
Pete called him out on strikes once.
He
He
should
looked
have.
back and said, strike three. My dad said, there's no strike
There's
four.
no strike four, Pete says. I know. He had an answer for everything.
Yeah, he
I
did.
know.
Oh, well. Well, it's been fun chatting with you, Bugs.
Chuck, I enjoyed coming on, and I'm glad you asked me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And
And
I hope we did the Indians some good.
I hope so. And maybe they'll get us back in the World Series and we can come back and talk about that next
Right,
time.
if they send what we said to Tito, and they'll learn from us.
If they just learn from us,
Yeah,
right? Just
yeah.
listen to what we're
That's right.
saying and everything will be
That's
all
right, we
right.
don't make a lot of money, we do that.
Thanks again, Bugsy. Appreciate
you,
it.
Chuck.
Bugs Julio, my guest on Around the Town with Chuck.